Yo, yo. Right. Welcome, welcome to nobody yet because we just started. Haha. Paper towel time. All right. Perfect. Just gonna wait till people hop in the chat. Hopefully everyone is doing good tonight. While we're waiting for people to trickle in. Yoink. Checking in on Twitch and YouTube. Kita Cat. Yep. Chili, welcome. Wow, we're getting everything elsewhere. Hello back. All right, no viewers over on Twitch so far. No worries, we just got started. Also over on TikTok, we're running the Community Fest over there. So you can become a fan. I had two. I don't know if they stick around or not. Sorry for the thumb. I do have two fans, which is great. Yeah. All right, let's just get started painting. I got a lot of gold trim to paint tonight, guys. We're just going to get into it. We're also talking about pet peeves as an artist. The shit that people say on a regular basis that honestly pisses you off. Blue, hello. Thank you for the likes. As always, any likes in the chat absolutely entertain the child. So that is always appreciated because he's watching with mommy right now. Yeah. But yeah, I had a video this Monday. Yes. Oh, you nailed one on the head, Blue. Absolutely. Hands down, one of the worst. Though I don't know if that would be my top 5. Like, it's definitely top 10. But I think what's even worse than the "oh my god, can you draw me" is when they also have no idea what your art style looks like. Like, I've had people who have reached out to me. It's like, hey, can you paint a portrait of me, or can you paint a landscape? And I'm like, have you looked at the work I'm doing? I'm also going to turn on the overhead light because we got really harsh lighting on one side of the face. So 2 seconds. Get some more rounded out lighting in here. But yeah, that is the worst. Like, at least pretend to know what my artwork looks like before you comment that you want me to paint something for you. I have had way too many people, especially as a very young baby artist, who have asked me to do that for them. And it's like, I don't know. It's annoying as hell. But obviously, with the everyone has their own. Let me actually. I gotta pull that. There we go. Everyone has their own art style. Mine's more abstract. So no, not drawing what I'm not feeling. Absolutely, it's the absolute worst. And it's like these do me the favor of taking a look at my portfolio or taking a look at my website or my socials and see what the hell I do in the first place. I think one of my first comments to you in the early dating stages was never draw me. Yeah, I also had a very from the get go, like any of my partners, I had a very much a I will not pay if you are dating me. I will not paint pictures of you or draw you because I don't want to why can't I think of it? Um oh my god, I don't want that those reminders. And it's like, no, absolutely not. I don't need that hanging over me for a while, like just random pictures of like old yeah, of old significant others. Hey Zombie Creative, welcome to the chat. Who dat, welcome. And by who dat. Gotta love the people who just pop in and then immediately disappear. I know on TikTok, like that's just a regular thing that happens because people are scrolling, and that's cool. I get it. I love it. So, Zombie, we're talking about our favorite, quote unquote, Macabre Maniac. Thanks for joining. But our favorite, our pet peeves, or I guess things that when people say to you as an artist, they just really strike a nerve. I did a video on Monday about that, covering some of my favorites, like, oh, my kid could do that, or obviously with technology nowadays, oh, AI can do it. It's the same thing, right? All that stuff. So if you got a favorite or a pet peeve of something that someone says to you, let me know. Drop it in the comments. I would love to hear what your pet peeves are when it comes to talking about art. What is that? Okay, whatever. Car Guy, welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. Hex, welcome, welcome. And as always, we are continue working on the current piece for the show that I'm going to be in later this year. And we're going to be continuing to work on this piece until it's done and we go to the next one. But yeah, drop your favorite pet peeves in the chat. I want to know what people say to you as an artist that just, for lack of a better term, really grind your gears. I want to know. Because we're all in the same boat here. Oh, Taylor Jakeway, welcome to the chat. Welcome to the stream. For some reason, your comment got flagged, but I let it through because there's nothing wrong. You're so talented. The consequently the mixed peeve of that is something I've been seeing coming up a lot lately too about the you're so talented. Like I know, like back in my younger days, as you know, a baby artist. Obviously, people telling me I'm talented like sparked joy in me, and it was like awesome. It's like, yay, this is great. I'm doing a good thing. Like hearing it from my elementary school teacher, all that. But nowadays, I'm just like, I kind of agree with what a lot of people are saying in that it kind of belittles the literal years and decades that I've been putting into my craft. When people say you should just paint sceneries or something weird. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why it was flagged, Taylor, but it was. But TikTok's weird like that. Also, everyone over on Twitch and YouTube, if you're there, feel free to drop in the comments, say hi, let me know you're here. Would love to hear your thoughts on your biggest art pet peeves. But yeah, I just so what was the comment again? You just paint sceneries. Yeah, no, I want to paint what I like. That's stupid. If I wanted to paint what everybody thought was conventionally beautiful or whatever, like it would be boring as hell. Also, hi as a fellow. Exactly, Taylor. It was a pleasure to have you dropping in on my one of my videos last week and following. Hey, hey, Lewis Effect. Hey, Evan Evie. Also, Taylor, as a parent and an artist on TikTok, one of the great ways to entertain your child apparently is have your significant other bring your live up on TikTok for the kid to watch, and then just have all your participants like the live because it just explodes hearts in the corner of the live. And I know my little dude gets a kick out of it. So, parenting hack? Maybe? But it's been hilarious. Yeah. I'm not trying to see who else is in there, but yeah, feel free to Merrick. Welcome in, welcome in. Over on TikTok. Yeah, like obviously the AI one is like the new baddie on the block with people saying like, "Oh, AI can do this just as well," and it's like that. Oh, that's a new fresh hell that I am not here for. So yeah, but I also think the classics, like my kid could do that, and I'm like, I saw something actually just today, and I absolutely love this idea. Someone wanted to said let's hold an abstract art show, and then whenever somebody comes in and loudly states, "I could do that," the fanfare starts playing, and the a canvas and paint drop down from the ceiling, and over the loudspeaker, it just repeatedly say, "Then fucking do it." And I love that. I love that concept, and it's definitely up there on my ways to fuck with the normies. My pet peeve for you is anytime someone hints you're doing your fun hobby all the time, right? Like, I understand that for some people, art is still a genuine hobby. They haven't taken the full steps to being a full time professional artist. But once you do that, it's just like, come on. And luckily, it hasn't. It was for a little bit, very early on, but like I know for a lot of people, and honestly, some people I've had here on stream on YouTube, it has been like a. Even coming from family, which just feels the worst. Like they're supposed to be your biggest supporters, and you got your family just shitting on you about like, oh, you and your little hobby. But yeah, the hobby one is another just absolute trash opinion that sadly a lot of people have because honestly I think just a lot of people have devalued creative work, and it's not getting any better with all the AI bullshit. So fun times, fun times. Sorry, we are focusing it, laser focused on painting a decent ass line here. Fantastic. But yeah, the whole talented, the "you're so talented" line, I like I said, I definitely feel that I am on the side that does not view it as a compliment, but I used to, and it definitely it can go either way. Because, like, I know someone can genuinely feel like they're giving me a compliment when they say that, and I don't want to belittle them for making that attempt. So that's hard. That's a hard uh, determination. It's a very thin line with that. I'm not even going to try to pronounce you ACG Kurigi. That's a mouthful. Welcome to the stream. We're talking about pet peeves, especially artist pet peeves, like the classic "my kid could paint that" kind of mentality. So feel free to drop in the comments if you got your own favorite pet peeve when it comes to being an artist, or if you're not an artist, you've heard thrown at artists you may know. Switching over to the fine liner. Hydration break. Hey, Mellow Mel, welcome to the stream. We're talking about art pet peeves. Feel free to drop your favorites in the chat. Getting charcoal on my hands. Christopher Geyser over on YouTube. That is definitely just a pet peeve of like the messiness of the medium. Good one. We're talking about are more so our pet peeves that we hear hurled at ourselves as artists or our friends who are artists. My video on Monday covered at least three of them. The classic being, hey, can you paint me? It'll be great exposure. Or I could do that. Or my kid could do that. So I would love for you to drop, if you got one of those that you've heard or that you've had people throw your way or at friends, drop it in the comments. I want to know. Ooh, fine liner. There we go. Hey, but yeah, getting the charcoal on your hands is definitely a weird one because it gets everywhere. I'm a messy little goblin when it comes to my art, so that doesn't for me. I normally have my apron on, so I can just like take my brushes and like wipe them off. So getting messy is not one of those things, especially if you have like charcoal. You could just on your apron. Great for that. Yeah, a child could do that is a classic one. Yeah. And it's stupid. Like, your child clearly couldn't, because if they could, they would. And it takes so much more than what people think art is. And I realize a lot of that is geared towards abstract artists. And I know personally, like, I am more, I'm not going to say realistic, but my painting style definitely leans more in the, why can't I think of it? Figurative. So painting what I quote unquote see, even though what I see in my painting may not necessarily be a real thing. But yeah, the My Child Could Do It is a classic one. I had a list that I just brought up because I'm like, there's got to be more that I'm not thinking about, because it's one of those things where it's like when you're in the middle of writing scripts, sorry, TikTok. It's just one of those things that's just your mind goes blank. Let's see, my kids could do that. That's a classic one. Oh, to a point that was made earlier about the hobby. You're doing your fun hobby all the time, but what's your real job? Like, come on. And I realize not everyone has the luxury of doing art full time, but just belittling the artist mindset and doing art full time. Jeremy Johnson, welcome to the stream over on TikTok. Hello, we're talking about our pet peeves, specifically the stupid bullshit things say to artists that genuinely piss us off. Classic one being, can you paint me? It'll be great exposure. My kid could do it. So if you got a good one, Jeremy, drop it in the chat. Would love to hear. Make it right. Sometimes doing the same thing or something repetitive gets to me. Yeah. Sadly, that's art. A lot of times art is a very repetitive task when it comes down to it. I wouldn't change it for the world, but yeah. Case in point, I'm painting gold trim on this piece, and oh my god, I am sick of it already. I was sick of it a few days ago when I was still doing other parts of the trim. But yeah, I get it. But at the end of the day, it's gonna look good. So sometimes we gotta do those repetitive, tedious things to achieve that goal that we want. Too much. Came out too quickly. But I absolutely get that repetitive mindset. It can be tough. Don't forget, if you are over on TikTok, we're taking part in Community Fest. So if you feel like joining the fan club, doing anything like that, I would love the support over there on TikTok. I'm almost 2 months in the drawing. That's awesome. That's right. Yeah, coincidentally enough, I've been streaming for almost 2 months now. I think it's just about 2 months now. I forget. I gotta check. Going back and checking where I've been with that stuff, I need to check that. Hey, Harik Days, welcome over on TikTok. We're talking about pet peeves as artists. Would love you drop what your favorite one is and drop it in the chat. But that's awesome to hear, Christopher, that you've been drawing for almost 2 months. That's a real... It's always tough to stick to something for any length of time. So getting over that first month into the second month is huge. So that's really awesome for you, and I'm stoked for you. April 9th was my first one, so it was longer than that. So this is why I have a wife who can watch my streams, and she can go check on this stuff for me. So yeah, I'm over 2 months streaming. So yeah, shit, that's cool. And was that my you're at least on YouTube? Yeah, and I think I did like 1 or 2 lives on TikTok alone before that. So are you going to finger paint yourself through life? I mean, hopefully more than finger paint. I like to use a brush, but YouTube was the easiest one to check. Yeah, and then I think YouTube and Twitch kind of started around the same time too, or at least Twitch started like shortly after YouTube. So yeah, it's been over 2 months, almost 3 months now, actually, streaming. So that's awesome. Oh, finger paint. Okay. Sorry, Christopher. My mistake. Hey, Larry Price over on TikTok. Welcome to the chat. We're talking about pet peeves, or more specifically, the bullshit things non-artists say to artists. Let's see. What's another good one that we were talking about? Must be nice to sit around and doodle all day. Oh, that's a good one. Because yeah, that's clearly what we're doing over here, especially myself, who is not only doodling, but packing, prepping everything like that, marketing myself, doing live streams, writing scripts. All this stuff is so much damn work. That's just whittled down to, oh, you're just doodling all day, huh? Fuck off. Like I say, Chris, speaking of tedious and repetitive things, like trying to get this trim looking crispy is one of those. Once you get a comment likening being an artist to retirement, ooh, yeah, nah, fuck those people. Again, just a lot of people who don't quite understand what goes into being a not only an artist but a professional artist. Daniel Robbins over on TikTok. Welcome to the stream. We're talking about artist pet peeves. Oh man. This piece is definitely coming along, guys. Like we are, I'm getting so close here. It's definitely one of those things where I'm like, I feel like I should be done painting this by like maybe middle of this month, which is good because I got another one I'm cooking up for another show later this year. So really stoked about that. Was a friend. Have you made any money yet? Yes. Also, thank you for putting in quotes. That it made it easier to understand, Christopher, that it was one of the pet peeve quotes. So super appreciated for my little goldfish brain over here trying to multitask, paint, and talk with you guys on chat. Oh man, oh man. So you get that fine liner. Hey Dawn, welcome to the TikTok stream. Welcome, welcome. We're talking about pet peeves as an artist. If you got one, let me know. My mom on YouTube, Christopher, my mom was a good artist, but she was told there's no money in it. Yeah, that's there's no money, and that's one that always. resurfaces every now and then. Um, I think it was definitely a holdover from the Boomer Gen X generation. And like I will say to a point, there's no money in it is kind of true unless you do the work. But you'd have like I will say this as someone who is a professional creative. Like I did work in a factory over summers so during college. Sometimes that felt like easier work than being a full-time artist because it's a lot more that you got to do and you're working really odd hours. You are like, yeah, you're making your own schedule, but between deadlines and, like I said, especially nowadays with art, you got to be a content creator too. So there's just a lot more going on when it comes to actually being an artist. But there are people that that can make it. You just got to put in a lot of work, a lot of hours, weekends, nights, even regular days. It's a lot. So being a professional artist is not an easy thing by any stretch of the imagination. Like I do occasionally joke with my wife where it's like I kind of hope our kid doesn't want to become an artist full time because I know what it's like. But even though he sees what I do, but I joke like I will let him do whatever he wants, and I will support the hell out of it. But yeah, nah, being an artist is a um, it's a tough go bout. Not gonna lie. Oh man, excuse me. Come on. Oh yeah, I gotta do the yellow wash. Yeah. Christopher, hopefully, and that's great that you like being honest, and hopefully your mom is at least a bit more supportive of you at least wanting to create. I'm not gonna say you're gonna be a professional artist unless you do. Fantastic for you, 100%. You got the support from me, but hopefully you got supportive parents when it comes to that too, and not doing what they did or was done to them, I should say. Over on TikTok, to be fair, neither one of us want. My wife chiming in where they, with the point, yeah, I don't think either of us fully want our child to do the whole professional artist thing. Like I love it. I wouldn't trade it for the world, but it's tough. It is tough being a professional artist. She's like, that's awesome. That's good to hear. Because I think that's another thing. I forget if you were this was before or after you got on, Chris. We were talking about like support as well, and like getting support from your parents should be easy. Like they should just want to support whatever you do, but a lot of times I see a lot of parents saying the kind of things that we're talking about tonight. So I'm glad to hear you got a supportive one on your side. So kudos to you. Oh, you're also going to social. Yeah, That is true. Yes, I forgot about that. We don't want our kid to be a social servant or an artist. Both just mentally draining uh, career paths. Not gonna lie. 100. Pull that closer. So I don't have to reach across the table to get it. Oh, excuse me. Pardon. How are we doing elsewhere? Ah, shit. Dropping stuff off. I need to clean the desk again. Brooksy, welcome to the chat over on TikTok. We're talking about our pet peeves, specifically as artists, like really just dumb stuff that people say to artists that are just not fun and not great to hear. A little demoralizing too. But yeah, feel free to drop them in the chat. Let us know. The quote over on YouTube. Christopher dropping in the quote from Good Will Hunting. I think you are one step away from cutting your ear off. Oh yeah, that's a good one. Oh, that hits hard. Damn. Oh my goodness. Hopefully I don't get that bad. Jesus. Oh, shit. What the hell? Oh, there we go. Like going back to the hobbies one, I'm like, I fucking have hobbies. They're not art. I'd love to be doing my hobbies more. But I gotta fucking paint this painting for a show. And then hope it freaking sells. So, yeah, not a fucking hobby. Cheryl, thanks for the like on the live. Much appreciated. Definitely in a very fiddly stage of this painting, guys. So sorry if I go radio silent on you. Oh no. Painting the microphone. Okay. Come on, get the fuck off the palette, dried up paint. Hell yeah. See you later, Christopher. Thanks for joining in. Much appreciate having you in here. I'm looking forward to chatting with you again when you get more get a few more months under your belt with drawing, man. Looking forward to seeing it. Have a nice night. So we got one person over on Twitch checking it out. Thanks for lurking in there. Always appreciate you, whether you lurk or whether you chat. No, doesn't bother me. Castigio? I hope I'm saying that right. Over on TikTok, welcome to the stream. We're talking about our pet peeves as artists, and would love to hear yours, if you got one, that is. Feel free to drop it in the chat. We got our first bot of the night over on Twitch. Fantastic. Never fails. Thank you, Robot, for joining in. Cheap viewers on Stream Boom. That's adorable. Time Machinist over on TikTok. Welcome to the chat. As we have been every week so far for the last month or so, we're currently working on a piece that is for Arch Enemy Arts for their As Above, So Below show. To answer obvious questions, get those right, it is acrylic paint. Yes. It is double-sided, As Above, So Below. Urban Medic, welcome to the chat. We're talking about pet peeves in art. If you got one, or even if you're not an artist and you got one in your profession, just the random things that people say about your profession that just make you want to shake your head. I know the biggest one in artist I feel is like, oh, I could do that, or / oh, my kid could do that. So, if you got a favorite pet peeve you want to share, drop it in the chat. I would absolutely love to hear it. Teresa Rhymes with over on TikTok. Welcome, welcome. What the fuck was I? Trim. God damn it. I think that's a stream pet peeve over on Twitch. Everyone like the bot that just keeps coming in and trying to sell me views. Like, come on. I get I'm new to streaming, but shit, I'm not that cheap. Emmett over on TikTok. Welcome to the stream. Chelsea Doss, welcome, welcome. I apologize for not talking a lot right now. We're in that very repetitive motions and very meticulous painting right now. I don't know if this was the best to do on stream, but shit, we're gonna do it anyway. Like, I will say, when it comes to painting, it's definitely easier to paint and chat while I'm doing like big, broad stroke areas that don't require nitty gritty details. Go figure. But this is the burden I bear. It's a slow line. That's all good, guys. I appreciate the ones who come through and chat. Also, if you're scrolling through and you're from Philly, let me know. Gotta love all this bullshit that Parker's pulling. Not an artist pet peeve, but just a pet peeve in general. Growing up in a union family, that is some bullshit. My TikTok got real fucking local recently, real quick, with everybody posting about the strike and videos of the trash piling up because of the sanitation worker strike. And I know it's more than just the sanitation workers, but that's obviously the biggest impact we're currently seeing in the city. I know you don't want to be hearing this, Kita, but I got Philly in the name, so here we are. We talk. Yep. Where was I? Yep. I'll stop. Go back to pet peeves. What's another good one? I have a whole list. Even Florida got cheese. That's insane. Ooh, that's another good one. You should make NFTs. Oh, fuck off. Yeah, that's just a regular scam nowadays that's going on. Just people popping in and like the whole NFT scam. Like I thought the whole NFT bubble popped a while ago, but people are still very much trying to keep NFTs as a thing, and it's fucking annoying. So yeah, that is also crazy that our family in Florida heard about the whole thing. There we go. Oh man. I keep having TikTok ask me to invite people to co-host with me, and I'm like, I don't know who these people are, though I feel like I really should try it out, do a TikTok only stream. Sorry, Twitch and YouTube, where I actually do that. Because that would honestly be pretty cool and actually have a conversation with somebody and do a joint stream. Music. Yeah. I don't know why the music kicked off. I know you guys can't really hear it, but I still got the studio music going. I need that. Keep the pace. Completely off topic, but still related to stuff as an artist. I have found that I cannot listen to podcasts when I paint. Like, I have found that is just not a skill that I have because I can pop music on and kind of zone out and paint, but I end up getting way too invested into what I'm listening to for like podcasts or more specifically audio dramas, which I listen to a lot. Shout out to Old Gods of Appalachia and Magnus Archives. But too much time. Like I can't. There's too much focus goes into those. But hey, that's what doing dishes are for. And cleaning up. I can throw that on while I'm actually doing housework. Oh yeah. All right, all right. Yeah. A little quiet tonight, guys. I get it. It's all good. I appreciate Annie and everyone who's hopped on. You down, no, I won't, no, I won't lie. Come on, you fucker. Oh, let's paint that in. Shit. All right, all right. Yeah. Sorry, guys. It's a quiet night, and I can totally appreciate that. It's a Wednesday night. Not every Wednesday can be a really hopping stream, but I get it. Again, I appreciate everybody who's been on here. We're gonna keep going because there's always tends to be some like late viewers who hop on and revitalize that chat. So I'm not going anywhere, and hopefully you're enjoying just the chill time painting. I know I am. Planning on getting this trim wrapped up tonight because it is tedious. But yeah. Also, don't forget, if you like, this is my every now and then reminder on this stream that if you like what you're seeing and you like what I'm doing here, give me a follow no matter which platform you are on, Twitch, YouTube, TikTok. Feel free to give me that follow. Would greatly appreciate it. Would greatly appreciate the support. Make sure to like the stream. Make sure to share the stream with your friends. Let them know what's going on and what we're doing here. And the community we're trying to build. One positivity and just general good vibes, helping each other out. So yeah. Appreciate you guys a lot. Back to the tedious line work. Hey, Golden Key. Oh, there we go. We got a few more people over on TikTok. Golden Key Prince, welcome to the stream. Sorry, I went a little silent. Got real laser focused in there. We're talking about pet peeves of being an artist. I see a few people. I see like 2 people over on TikTok watching. The Pizza Muncher. Welcome. Welcome. Sorry, I got super focused there. And forgot to check as people were potentially hopping on stream. That is my bad. It's not the first time it happened. Definitely sure as shit won't be the last. Oh yeah. All right. How are we doing tonight, guys? I know it's quiet, but we have been talking about our quote-unquote favorite pet peeves, or more specifically, those lovely lines that our non-artist inclined individuals are so inclined to give us when we did not ask for their opinion. I think the last one, what was the last good one we were talking about? Let me bring up my list here. That you should make an NFT, but also just the classic of like my kid could do that better, or my kid could do exactly what you do, all that bullshit. What's another good one? What's some new ones? Oh, the how long did that take? Oh, that's long for just this. That's oh that one. That's a twist of the fucking knife right there. Gotta love this whole normies not understanding the whole art world. Granted, I think this whole not understanding the art world is definitely predicated on a lot more of a certain demographic devaluing art, and honestly that's what a lot of these things do is they devalue the work of the artist, and it's bullshit. Straight up bullshit. Squeak. The unsolicited, you should do it this way or with this medium. Yeah. Just the unsolicited opinion of anyone who is not themselves an artist. It's one thing if a fellow artist wants to give me some pointers, but even then, if I didn't ask for your opinion, I don't fucking want it for other artists too, because that's also a gripe that I have. Like just the entirety of like the artist community, like just because you've been like, God, I'm at a loss for words that this is getting me flustered. But definitely like back to the point of like even with other artists, if I would like somebody's opinion on something, hey haunted writer, welcome to the chat. We're talking about pet peeves. Thank you, Remy, for the follow. Super appreciated. We're talking about pet peeves of artists. If you got a favorite one, drop it drop it on the chat. Crispy lines. Sorry. Very meticulous line work we're doing right now. But yeah, just anyone providing that unsolicited opinion, artist or even non-artist or even artist, but just in general. Yes, it's like an ego boost for them. Yeah, like especially for other artists and they're like, "Oh, I know how to do this and you should do it this way because this is the way I do it." It's like, "Well, that's great for you. I'm not you." Like I'm doing it my way. And like I would appreciate you to just back the fuck off and let me enjoy my process. But yeah, that's a harsh one. I would Remy, if you got a favorite of yours, drop it in the chat. I would love to hear what your just piece of just verbal detritus that you've potentially heard either to yourself or to friends. Like obviously like the classic my kid could do that or I could do that. Like drop it in the chat. Would love to see Would love to see what you got. Ah, don't want that. Crispy lines. Say yeah. Not a common thing, but when someone asks to draw or add their own touches, ooh, I'm glad that's not common. Oh my god, no! Don't fucking touch my sketchbook. Ew. Yeah, no, 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 no. Like if you ever like, if somebody wants to do like a collaborative drawing just for the funsies, do it on like a separate thing or a separate drawing. But oh my god, like at my school, people come up and ask, "Yo, let me draw some." No, draw your own goddamn thing. Like I said, the only way that's acceptable is if, and like I've seen like the Exquisite Corpse practice. Like I love that thing where you like, if you have not heard of Exquisite Corpse as like an art game, you fold a piece of paper into three sections. You draw a head, and then you fold it back so the person can't see it, and then you pass it to another person. Apple user over on TikTok, welcome to the stream as well. But you pass that, and then they draw the middle section, and then you pass it again, and someone draws the legs, and then you have this like really like this creature. That's cool if it's planned, but not none of this like, hey, I'm just doodling, and then you want to add some bullshit. Yeah, no, not on your already drawn page. Like I said, unless it is pre-planned that you are going to do something like that. Absolutely not. No way. Yeah, share the paper, share the resources. Totally fine with that. But none of this like let me draw on the shit you're already working on. Hell no. I had a not to brag, but I'm a badass. I spilled. Oh, fuck that. Honestly, I miss like. I don't know if this is still a thing, but like, in absolutely loved in high school being the art kid that kind of just like, I'm just gonna do my own thing over here. And the only time that people really bothered me, in my opinion, yeah, yeah, in your opinion, the Moon Knight was badass that you were drawing. I got it. I got it. But oh my god. But yeah, I enjoyed in high school like, hey, we need something drawn for a project. Can you do it? That I'm okay with. Beth Ann Jan, welcome to the chat over on TikTok. This is why I kept streaming because I knew people would come back around. Much appreciate all of you coming in, throwing stuff in there. It is a thing and a lot more common now. Like 2 to 5 kids now in class usually are artists. The art kid was awesome. I got out of class for every play because you had to pay Cooper Ruby. Thank you for joining on the chat. But yeah, I assume for painting the backdrops for the plays because I remember those days too. But so it's the so Remy Vector. It's like the other artists in your class that are actually like trying to like draw on your shit. It's like that's gross. They should fucking know better. And like I said, I'm down if you want to try to do something like collaborative or creative together. I'm down with that. But don't fucking do it on something that you've already been working on. Random disruptive kids. Okay, okay. Oh man. Of course it's the disruptive kids. And they think they're so damn good. Again, that boils down to it. It's like just people who like, oh, I can do that. Let me do it. I can show you how good I am. There's more of this bullshit of just the belittling of like the creative arts. But for everyone over who's joining us on TikTok or Twitch or YouTube, if you're there, we are specifically talking about those little things that people say to us as creatives that just get under your skin. If you watch my stuff, like I posted a video on Monday just showcasing 3, but there are so many more. Like the classic, hey, can you draw me? It'll be great exposure. Or AI could do that, right? And the classic, I could do that, or my kid could do that. If you got one, I would love to hear what you got. Drop it in the comments. Um, so yeah, I see we got a few people over on TikTok now. That's good to see. Who's watching now? Are you not going to show me a list of who's watching? It's just top viewer. That's silly. But welcome. I see Gloria Strand over on TikTok. Welcome to the chat. Much, much appreciated. Where the fuck was I? Losing my place from painting. God damn it. Also, just general pet peeves of being an artist. Just the little stupid bullshit that happens to us. I would love to hear that too. I had someone over on TikTok drop some like their pet peeve was when charcoal gets all over the place, and it's like, well, yeah, it's charcoal. That's what it does. But I would love to hear some of this, not just like the stupid bullshit that people say to you, but also like just in general, like the shit that happens to you on a regular basis that just needs to fucking stop. Drop in the chat. Would love to hear what you guys have to say. Gotta hydrate. Also, specifically over on TikTok, this just as a reminder, Community Fest is going on. So, as much as I would love to say that I am not going to shill and ask for your digital currency over here. But if you like what you're seeing and if you've already followed, which I do appreciate any follows over here on TikTok, pardon me. But joining the fan club over on TikTok helps out. Anything like that, super appreciated. Remy over on TikTok. I hate when erasers decide not to work and just yes. I wish I had a solution for that. I have had so many different ones, and it's like they generally always happen with like the white erasers, like this, or more specifically the white bricks like this. Also, sorry for the bad response time and lag of comments. I put TikTok lives on one. Hell yeah! Do not apologize. Thank you for being on. Look, I've only been doing the live streams for like almost 3 months now, so this is just TikTok's way of saying, "Hey, you'll get there." Lindsay Little also welcome to the chat. Hello. Never gets old. Appreciate you. Oh man, we're talking about art pet peeves. So if you got one to add, like specifically, like the little stupid bullshit people say when you're creating, yeah, some good stuff. Some good stuff. Like obviously, like there's the classics, like oh I could do that / my kid could do that. The oh, could you paint me? It'll be good exposure. Also, thanks for the likes. Much for so. If you got a favorite one, Lindsay, drop it in the chat. I would love to hear. Yeah. I have like a whole list too because it was one of those things when I was making that video. It's like, all right, I have so many, but it's literally a 6 second video. So let me figure out the best of the best. Uh, yep. I still occasionally get the NFTs or like, hey, do you sell NFTs is another good one. I've just officially in the TikTok bio just put no NFTs, and that's at least decreased the number of people that ask me about that. It hasn't made it go away, but it has definitely decreased the amount of people that just hop on to my DMs on TikTok and then be like, "Hey, I would love to buy your work as an NFT." Fuck those guys. I've been getting a lot of people who have been asking about buying a piece of artwork. Marshall over on TikTok, welcome to the chat. But like they ask about buying a piece of artwork, and then like it's a new it's probably not a new scam, but it's been happening to me more and more. They start going in like, oh, like yeah, here is you can buy it from this gallery or here it is on my website, and they're like, oh, I was hoping to buy it from you directly. It's like, oh, cool, 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 cool. So you don't like legit forms of payment, you just want to scam me out of my money and potentially my art. Fuck you. Yeah, those I've been getting a lot more frequently, and they're fucking annoying. Though honestly, like super easy to shut down. Um, like I obviously I have a website for a lot of my stuff, and if it's not on there, I'm like, oh yeah, here you go, that piece you're talking about. It's on my website. You can buy it through that link right there that I just sent you, and then they just disappear into the wind. And I realize not everyone has a website, but I use what the fuck do I use? Um, Store Envy. Store Envy is what I use for my digital shop. Um, Lars Jimenez, welcome to the chat on TikTok. I have a website, but I never think to use it like that. Yeah, it's so easy because then it's like, oh, cool, legit form of payment. Let me ghost. So, absolutely, definitely something I recommend when you have those people who are asking to buy artwork. Make sure it's through a legitimate platform. Like, the only time I would ever take a Venmo payment from a stranger is if we are face to face. Because then I can at least confirm everything. Because they would want to buy from a. Exactly. Yeah. If they were serious about actually buying work, they would absolutely have no problem going through a digital platform. But yeah. So definitely weaponize your website for that purpose. I am currently working on. Technically, I mean, I don't know if this is your Lindsay. I forget if this is your. No, this is not your first because obviously you. I think you've been on here before. I vaguely remember seeing. It's the same piece I've been working on for the past couple lives. Um, it's the one for As Above So Below show coming up at Arch Enemy. Um, it's an open theme show, but I think this is my first time watching. Oh, cool. Well, welcome to your first live. Not a problem. Um, but yeah, so I'll give you the whole spiel. Like I said, it's for a show called As Above, So Below at Arch Enemy Arts here in Philly. There's no real like hey, it's water themed or it's fairy tale themed. The only thing they ask you do is that the piece has to be able to be viewed right side up and upside down. So like obviously you're on TikTok, so you got like the shortened view, but like hang it this way, and then halfway through the night they'll go in and they'll actually flip every single painting over so you can see it the other way. Yeah, this is actually my second time doing this show with Arch Enemy. It's one of my favorites. That's awesome. Yeah, a lot of people lean into like the playing card aspect was for it too. That's cool. I've never painted furniture, but yeah, I see a lot of people with the As Above So Below lean into why can't I think of it? Yeah, the playing card aspect because like yeah, obviously that's a classic one to do, but I try to actively avoid that playing card kind of template just because like everybody else is gonna do it, so let me try something different. So, and that's one thing. It's always nice to have that extra challenge too. And I love having this long piece. Even this piece evolved because this was originally going to be like straight up and down long ways because I just like the idea, but I'm like I could not get the sketch to work the way I wanted it to, so we switched it to landscape. And honestly, it looks great. Thank you. I love adding just like a pop of that like metallic paint. It's actually copper, not gold. I've been using. I absolutely love these. The Culture Hustle heavy metals. Uh, the paint is so good, but I wanted to do the copper since I got a lot of red tones with the heart and the cloak. So I'm like, done. The gold is amazing though. This is like one of the best gold paints I have ever used. Um, so highly recommend these. And they also have a really nice looking silver and a black gold too. So, like I said, Stuart Semple, the guy who does the Black 3.0, but I think they're on Black 4.0 right now. The blackest black. He's done the pinkest pink. His website's culturehustle.com. So, absolutely love those paints. They are not on my bannable. I should do that, but I don't think I don't know if that is like Culture Hustle is has affiliate links through Bennable. I should just add them because they're good paints. And even if I don't get a commission from it, who gives a shit? We're gonna add them really quick. Cause yeah, why the fuck not? So Bendable is it's essentially an affiliate program. I gotta head out now. Remy, thanks for hopping on. Much appreciated. And again, thank you for the follow and the likes, Remy. Again, super appreciated. But Lindsay, to your question, Bendable is it's an affiliate platform, kind of like the Amazon affiliate program, but instead of um, you only being able to sell stuff through Amazon, you have access to a lot of other platforms. Like I have an entire list of art supplies that are through Dick Blick. Paul McCarthy, thanks for hopping in on the live there. Culture Hustle. There we go. I'm just pulling that up. See if they still have the heavy metal paints, because that was one thing that didn't really. Yeah, I didn't know it existed either until maybe like God, that was I think in February is when I got started with it. Because now I can just add a lot of stuff. Like I have like all of my art supplies that I use there. I've got books that I have in my artist's library. Um, I got like for my for my parents who want to share art with their kid. I got like a bunch of like here's like the stuff that I've used with my kid, and I think these are great. So yeah, highly recommend it. Trying to see if yes, they still have the heavy metal. It's a 4 pack. Like it's not cheap. I'm gonna tell you now. Like I'm looking here, it's like $65 for 4 paints, but like I've had those paints for 5 years now. Like I only use them for a little bit, so I get my money's worth out of them. They are awesome. But yeah, if you want to find the link for my Venable, yeah, I like the ability to not just go with Amazon. So yeah, it's definitely pricey, but again, it's one of those things where if you're not using them a lot, you're gonna get it out. But yeah, if you want to check out my Venable link, Lindsay, it's in the link in my bio. I'm actually legit gonna drop the Culture Hustle paints in there right now, though I'm at least gonna see if it's available through Dick Blick, because you never know. Come on. So yeah, and additionally, like if you want to get, because like I like it again because I'm not tied to just. Yes, you do hear a cat in the background. One of three. Who we got? It is Eris, one of the studio managers. Oh yes, I know, baby girl. Bonk. Coming in and asking for attention, and she wants on there. But yeah, as far as the bendable, like I said, Lindsay, if it's something you could see yourself doing, yes, my wife still needs to feed her, so that's probably why she's crying to me, hon, because you haven't given her chicken yet. But again, sorry, I got sidetracked again, Lindsay. If doing affiliate links is something that you would want to try doing, I have invite links, and I can send you one so you can actually hopefully make some money on the side too. Like I've currently made about $40 this year alone through Bendable. I haven't gotten to cash it out yet because they have like a threshold of 80, but still, the fact that enough people bought stuff through my links so far to even make $40 is pretty freaking awesome. Absolutely. Hmm. Nice, 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 nice. I'm just gonna double check to see if they have that shit on Dick Blick. New tab. So yeah, it's just been a cool way to actually share the stuff. I have to go now, but it was fun hanging out. Hey, Lindsay, no problem. And like I said, if you want, I can always shoot you DM with that invite link so you can check it out. Thanks again for all the likes, and thanks for chatting with me. Have a nice night. Will do. After the live's over. Much appreciated. Every Wednesday. That's when I do them. Makes my life easier. And I try to have a different topic each live, just so it's something different. So we all get a chance to talk about the interesting things that we're doing. Thanks for everyone else for being so patient with me while I add stuff. Done. And the wife will be happy I added it. Awesome. See you later. The wife will be happy I added it to the Benable, so people can check it out. Hell yeah. Let's get back to painting this tedious trim work. Always happy when the useful stuff. Yeah, and it's always one of those things where I sometimes forget about adding it because I'm not thinking about it at that time. And this is why I have you to remind me, hun. All right, guys. Whew. All right. Josu Sale over on TikTok, welcome. Yeah. Purple Nurple. Love the name. Fantastic. Oh my god. Gotta love the names you guys have on these apps. Ooh. So sorry, guys. We're doing good. We're doing good. I'm absolutely finishing this trim up tonight. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about that. This trim needs to be done tonight because I need to move on to some other shit. But I am so close that I don't want to just not work on this. I still got some swords I want to paint, a fucking scythe. I got some cool shit I need to paint still. And then the fucking hands. Always an artist's plight. Ugh. But yeah, it is what it is. Gotta love it though. Alright. I think we're gonna call it a short one tonight, guys. This was great. I'm not sure how many people are here, but I appreciate you all for joining on. Have a nice night. Stay weird. If you're over here on Twitch, I'm going to raid another channel shortly, so hang on for that, because that's always fun to do. But yeah, it's been a good night, guys. Peace out over on TikTok land. Thanks for everyone who's jumped on. YouTube, you'll be gone. We'll be logging off there shortly. We're gonna end that. Cool. Talking to you guys now. We're gonna go raid on Twitch. I'm gonna throw up the stream over, but we are